Hey guys, Kozra here, and today we are reviewing the Thailand variant of Mater. He came out obviously this year in 2018. I'm here doing free reviews today actually. I'm trying to get some of my cars from Christmas open. The other cars I chose to review today were Mario Andretti there, and the Fireball Beach version of Lightning McQueen. I thought there were two pretty cool ones to review today, and I've also got their counterparts to compare to. And in this video, we shall be comparing them to the regular version of Mater. I believe I probably got this in 2017, maybe in a single. I don't know how I got this guy, but I did. And this is a very, very good improvement of Mater indeed. That's why I decided to pick it up. Because they've actually now made it all metal again for the first time in like 11 years or something like that, I believe. 11 or 12, somewhere around that, which is awesome. And the design and just the detail of the car looks so much better. I know some Thailand cars can be a bit iffy, but this is one I'd recommend you guys pick up if you do end up seeing it. I also hope you guys all had a very good Christmas. This is the day after Christmas, so the 26th. I was just dying to open some cars, so I had to come and do it today pretty much. That's why I chose free, so we just do some reviews and head back down to my house and spend some more time with family and all that sort of good stuff. But yeah, I'd really recommend picking up this Mater. It's a very cool one indeed for sure. Now, as we get into the review of the box here, we have the art for Mater, which looks pretty cool. This one doesn't come with a collector card or anything. I don't think Thailand cars have yet, correct me if I'm wrong. For some reason they used the Cars 2 art for whatever reason, I don't know why, but they did. Fair enough, I guess. We have the Cars logo. We have this funny different hole. Like if I compare him to Mario Andretti, this one was from the Disney store, hence why it has a little plastic bit at the top. But it's usually hooked through there, so, and that's what all of them have been like, so they changed it for this case at least. It's very weird what they're doing, to be honest. But yeah, anyway, Mater is a part of the radiator springs set there, which is awesome. And being the Thailand variant, he has a little bump down here, which you guys can probably see there sticking out. Now, if I show you the back of the packaging, here in the UK, obviously it's not too interesting. We just have radiator springs there, and then Mater in many different languages. And the picture of when McQueen is talking to Sheriff, he's talking to him about getting the escort to the race, and then Luigi and Guido are all just about to pop up here, and then the whole montage happens. We also have the Cars logo and the Radiator Springs logo there as well. And down here, the Made in Thailand. We actually have it up here as well, just in other languages. Made in Thailand, there you go. So they've actually moved it, which is really cool. But yeah, I got this probably about a couple weeks before Christmas, not too many, but yeah. Now it's finally time to open it. Also, before we get Mater open, I do want to say thank you so much for 400 subscribers. We didn't manage to hit it on Christmas Day, but we managed to hit it early hours of the 26th, so that's pretty cool. We're at 400 subscribers now, so thank you guys so much for that. We're going into 2019 pretty good, which is really cool. Really appreciative of that for sure. Now, without further ado, let's get Mater out of his packaging. Well then, here is Mater out of his packaging. Now, I don't use this word lightly, but he looks absolutely phenomenal, I must say. He looks amazing. This has got to be the best version of Mater we have ever gotten. I think this is even better than the Precision Series ones, in my opinion. It seems to be better made, and it looks amazing. Just by having a quick look, there's so many little things that I can point out. Like, for example, you can still just see where the wheel was slightly, shiny at one point. So it's just super detailed, and you can even see the bulb of the light, and like an old bulb, you can see like the lines and the detail and stuff like that on it. It just looks amazing. We've got all the correctly painted lights at the back now. It's just super cool. I'll be able to point out each of these features as we go along. But considering I haven't done a review on just solely Mater before, I've done a variation one, but not just on him. He is obviously the best friend of Lightning McQueen in the first film. Mainly, you could say, I guess, the second main character in that. And then he got his own film, which was Cars 2. Which wasn't, people weren't huge fans of it having a Mater spin-off, but it was cool. He was also the main character in Mater's Tall Tales, or Cars Toons as it's also known as, so he's a pretty prominent character who is liked by many and maybe disliked by some from the second film as well. but Mater is just a, you know, awesome character and awesome looking tow truck as well. Now, one thing I would really like to see, and I know that I would buy, and maybe others would too, is the blue Mater made in Thailand, because that would be really cool indeed. I know he's always been metal anyway. They've never made him plastic, but it would be curious to see the details, like how what things would be done differently, because I can already see here on the light it's actually not, if I look there, it's not entirely circular, or at least the design comes up a little bit different, but I'd just be curious to see what it does look like, because this looks amazing, so maybe that one would look as cool as well. But yeah, let's go on to the physical review of Mater now. This is quite a good view here from the front. We can see he has, the one thing he does to have plastic is all his features and his eyes, but they look really cool. Thailand have done a great job on this one, on the eyes, I must say. Now, as we come to the front here, we have quite good sort of certain, I don't know, carbon build-up on the engine, so just a lot of dirt and stuff, which is awesome, all around that dirty engine bay. Also, another thing, I am now in 60 frames per second, so you might notice an increase in quality of the video, which is pretty cool. Here is his light I was telling you about. If we get it back, we can zoom on in. You can see there is some level of design there. Wow, it looks awesome. We have his 2 buck teeth there as well, and the really cool rust design. You can still see bits of where he was blue, which is awesome. Here are the eyes as well. Very cool. Now, as we go around to the side here, you can see tow Mater, radiator spring, and tow and salvage in the middle. And you can see where it's all rusted, but you can also see some bits of where it was once shiny, unlike on the other Mater where it's just brown. So we'll compare them in a second. But you can see some bits where it's blue here, it's rusting out near the arches. Some bits of the blue, which has sort of gone green on the door. You can see his mirror here. It's not filled in still, but that's okay. Now we have his window. Here are his lights as well. Very cool. They're a slightly different colour, I think more accurate on the Thailand variant. Now, as we go to the back here, like I said, this is all metal, and I'll show you the difference. You can see here that the base continues. I'll grab the other Mater quickly. So as you can see on this piece here, separate from this brown piece, it's all the same. So it continues, it doesn't stop. Whereas whenever you look on this Mater, you can clearly see that the metal goes into this ditch and stops, and this is a new piece, whereas it just carries on. That dip is now filled in with metal, which is awesome to see. Here is the base as well. Do it in a bit of a different order if you're curious. We've got a different looking date stamp, made in Thailand, and all the other different code stuff. Here's the fuel cap as well, with the little light down here, and the rusty arches, which looks so much better on this one to the normal Mater, because obviously this is plastic, so it's purely just brown, so we'll take a look at that difference. You can see the yellow here, very big rusted bolt in the middle and lots of rust on the outskirts of that. Very cool indeed. I can't believe how cool this one is. Now on the back here we have slightly different colouring with the tow hook, which is a bit shinier, which is pretty cool. It feels a lot stronger as well. We have the 2 lights there, now filled in red, and we have a bigger patch of blue, which I think is more realistic. We also have the 2 lights filled up here, and his light there, which seems to be a slightly different shape as well. It's definitely painted a lot better than the other Mater. Now we have his famous A13113 license plate on the back there, which is looking awesome. And we can see his exhaust there as well, which is really cool. You can sort of see the rust marks here where his tow hook's gone from side to side scraping it. It's almost really stiff, so you can't move it, which I don't mind. These little extra tow hook bits are actually coloured in as well. You can just about see that they were once sort of the steel colour, whereas on the other one they're just plastic brown. On the other side here, as I spin the wheel, you can also see the working light, or the red light again. No anything on this side, no fuel filler cap, nothing like that. And you can see the wheel, this is the most accurate sort of wheel, as in terms of like, or not accurate, but closest into his old wheel, because it's still somewhat white, apart from that big rusty bolt. Here you can see tow Mater, towing and salvage radiator springs once again. Very cool indeed. I just love the colouring of this. You guys will probably be quite amazed when I show you what it looks like normally on the China version. I'm sure you all know what it looks like anyway, but this is a really good sort of Mater, that's for sure. Comparing it to the other one looks like it should be worth no more than like $1 or £1 or whatever. But here is the much worse counterpart. Now, just from there, you can see there are a whole load of differences. Excuse my language there. As you can see, it's just insanely different. It really is. So Coming to the start here, you can see this light. The very first thing you notice is the light is just a really badly coloured blob, whereas this has got detail. Also around in the other light, this is a lot better. As we look for the rust detail in here, you can see it's a lot more in depth and detailed, and looking around the mouth, you can see where bits of the decal aren't properly applied and there's just pure brown, whereas this, you wouldn't think they've applied anything, you'd think it came like that. Also looking around the engine, this looks very out of place. It's actually wonky as well. Most of them probably came like, to be honest. And there is nothing apart from a little brown bit on the top, whereas this is full of black soot and carbon, which is really, really cool indeed. By carbon, I don't mean carbon fibre, I mean the build-up that engines create over time. Now looking at the eyes here, these just stand out to me a lot more. They're more, to me anyway, they look a lot more realistic as eyes. Like they are more green in real life, by the way, but they've got more, I don't know, colour to them as such, whereas these are just plain green. Now, as we look on the lights here, you can tell they're different. These lights do look very cool, but I prefer the colour of these ones. And the wind mirrors are more brown on here as a brighter brown. I think I maybe prefer the colour for these ones, but I prefer how they're put in on this. It's a lot better quality. Now, as we go to the side here, we have this Mater. This is what I was telling you about with the wheels. So we have just pure brown wheels there. And then we have the rusty and steel looking wheels. Let's bring them up close like that. So you can see there is a very, very, very big difference there in between those two. As we come to the side as well, this looks okay, but I don't think it is anywhere close to this. Once again, if we look at the door handle on the old one, and then we look at the door handle on the new one, it looks like, you know, there's no decal as. On the old one here, you can kind of see where the decal has been placed. On the new one, if we focus on him, you can't, it's just the door handle. Now, as we go back onto the biggest change, that is the rear of the car, if you look here, it's just a huge bright green, bright yellow wheel with just a couple brown spots, whereas this one is nice and detailed. You can tell it just about that it's yellow, but it's full of rust. And also, this is one of the biggest differences. This is just brown, and then there's no coloured in light, whereas this is blue, brown, blue, all different colours, and we have the red light there on the side as well. We also have a bit of detailing on this side of the tow hook, which we don't have on this. And also you can tell the plastic quality is nowhere near, if you look how horrible that is, nowhere near as good quality as this one. Now, as we go on to the back here, you can see the old one doesn't have the coloured in lights, and the base doesn't, well, mine doesn't appear to be on properly, but that's probably just a quality control. And also it doesn't have the coloured in lights here, and the light also looks a lot less realistic than this one does, that's for sure. Now, there's hardly any blue on this. It's pretty much just, you know, matte brown, not even rust. Whereas this looks rusty and has, you know, quite a prominent bit of blue there, which is awesome. And also this bit looks a lot more brighter and a lot more realistic than what this does. I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure if it's a sticker on this one, but a lot of them did have stickers. So, you know, really bad on Mattel's part there, which was, it's just a shame. We do lack this little feature on the Thailand one. I don't know, I've always seen that on Maters, but I don't know what it was, but obviously we do now have this nice bit here, and we can compare the white wheels at the back. I think I know which one is my favourite for sure. I might put a poll on this video so you guys can tell me which one is your favourite, but I would be surprised if people said that the China one was their favourite, because it's so inaccurate in comparison to this Thailand one. But if you really hate the Thailand cars, you may go for the China one. But anyway, let's plop him down here. So then guys, that about does it for the review on the Thailand variant of Mater. I hope you guys did all enjoy. Certainly enjoyed reviewing this guy. Very, very cool. I know it's one of the oldest characters we've got, but it is probably the biggest upgrade of a character we have ever gotten. So thank you all for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. Hope you guys had a good Christmas once again, and a Happy New Year, and I will see you all in the next video.